Garrosh has been one where I feel like I make those plays that you would expect a Garrosh to make, but aren't winning. So I'm sure there's like a lot of stuff going on that might help other tanks in general too. So
Yeah, I watched about half of it just to make sure I knew there was going to be stuff to talk about. So there's definitely some things that you can will apply to all tanks, and then some things that will just be Garroshy. So with Garrosh, he's not honestly in the best place right now. In terms of the meta. And also, wow, this is really zoomed out. I don't think it's normally this zoomed out. This is crazy.
I think you can change it by pressing, I want to say, space bar.
Yeah, I know. I've just never seen it this zoomed out. It's cool. I like seeing it zoomed out. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
This is an old game, right?
What do you mean?
This game is from February, so I have to like download the old patch.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, it is
It's fun.
I haven't played a lot of Garrosh recently because I wasn't winning with them, but I still wanted to come back and look at him just because.
Okay.
He's like the latest tank I picked up, and pretty much all the tanks I play, I do like decently well with. But with him, there's something going on that probably will help everything. Like I'll probably get more out of a Garrosh replay was what I was thinking than other tanks.
He's a hard tank to play. He's pretty hard. And like I said, kind of niche and kind of fallen off a bit. The thing with Garrosh is he's like the opposite of a scaling hero. You really want to get your advantage like pre 10, get lots of kills, lots of picks, and snowball it that way. And you want to adjust, or you want to pick them on maps that are early game maps. Like this is a pretty late game. This map is one of the maps that go the longest, right?
Right.
So might want to consider not picking Garrosh on this map because most assassins get their percent damage or ignore armor like 13, 16, and that's the reason mostly why he falls off. Not only people have more tools to save people from Garrosh tosses and whatnot. So the maps like Braxis and Hanamura and BOE are usually where you see Garroshes thrive because you can get a huge advantage in those maps and then snowball.
Right, that makes sense.
Maps. So not to say that it can't work on other maps, it definitely can. If you are playing for 20s on a Garrosh, maybe consider Decimate. Probably not into this comp just because they have like some good ranged poke, but if they've got a few melee heroes, then Decimate can work well. You kind of just have to look at the comps. But obviously 20 Decimate's pretty strong. So if you're taking Garrosh on a late game map, just consider the...
Yeah, I don't have a ton of experience playing Decimate. It is a little bit of a meme talent in gold. I think people don't appreciate how good it can be.
Yeah, that's fair. Then maybe in gold just stick to early game maps and taunt. But it
depends.
Like even in this, I guess Fire Breath. Yeah, if you get a good taunt off, you can get a big Dragon Breath, whatever it's called. What is it called?
Yeah, I figured with Cassie and Deckard, we had enough follow up for taunt and throw and all that. So.
And then another thing Garrosh is pretty weak into is kiting, slows, and poke.
Right.
Chrome's actually pretty good into Garrosh for that reason. If she drops the sand trap underneath you, like he has no mobility whatsoever, and he can kind of just sit in there and get poked down.
Right.
So just a few things to look out for when you're drafting Garrosh.
Why do you think he fell out of the meta? Because I feel like it was like 3 or 6 months ago, everyone was talking about how strong Garrosh was. I feel like I don't think he got any nerfs, so maybe just other tanks got better. I don't know.
It's more with the assassins that are popular. So,
okay.
Like Zul'jin's almost in every single game, and he had in his 16. Like once Zul'jin is level 20, like Garrosh literally dies in like 5 hits. It's disgusting. Like literally like 5 autos from Zul'jin kills Garrosh.
I actually my main DPS hero is Zul'jin, so I'm very familiar. I take him all the time. Against Garrosh.
Yeah, exactly. So so it kind of is usually just like, or like what affects it is basically which assassins are strong and which ones are like often pick, kind of dictate the meta.
Right. Like I guess Tychus is strong now, and Falstad can kite him. I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
And also just kind of in comparison to tanks too, he has low mobility. His survivability is actually pretty low. It can be higher depending on the talents you take. Hold on, I just gotta open the window. It's getting hot in here. But yeah, one of the trickier tanks to play for sure. I think that he can definitely be a good pickup for gold, because a lot of people miss position. So I will show you how to take advantage of that if we just keep going. Yeah, it's all you, Kaylee.
The gates shall open in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a little grainy, so I'm gonna use the
The
stream.
stream. Okay.
Yeah.
4, 3.
I don't know how to fix it. It's like sometimes it works good and sometimes it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's my internet, but yeah. Let me know when you have my stream open.
I have it open. Do you
Okay.
have Discord Plus or Pro or something? I think you might need.
No, probably.
I think you might. Yeah, I think it's the frame rate or the quality. Like if you have the free version.
Yeah, it's weird. It worked so good the first week I did this. Like she had no problem looking at it on Discord, and then
Yeah.
oh, well, I'll have to look more into it. Okay. So you took body check. Is there a reason you like? What was your thinking here?
So, I used to take the quest, and I just felt like sometimes I never completed it, and I don't know how impactful it was actually being. And then the throw toss range kind of throws off my combo, or at least I have that in my head that it does. I don't know if it actually does. So it's sort of like the other two I just don't like. And body check can be good against Imperious or Diva, particularly if Anduin's trying to save them with a bunch of heals. So if he drops his E, then you just
I like body check. But I also think this is good too. The Q talent. Yeah. Body check is, I don't know how much value you'll get here. Like, it's really good into like Brightwing. It's really, really good. It's really good into Rhaegar because of Ancestral. If you use it before a Brightwing Z or Rhaegar Ancestral, or even like on a Diablo who's healing a lot, like auto attack or whatever.
Yep.
And things like that. If you know there's going to get huge value. This can be pretty good on Tim Pierce because he does some pretty good self-healing. So I do like body check. You have to just make sure you're using it effectively. The only thing is with this, though, once you get the CDR, if you're going Q here, it adds a lot of survivability, too. Yeah, so I think it's the synergy of the two. So you kind of have to just weigh that out. I don't think I saw what talent you ended up going here because I don't think I made it that far in the game. But
I don't remember actually. I think either a Q or the W heal. I can't remember which one. I think Q.
I like the W heal here too, especially with this because you get your second one. So it just depends what you end up going. But I think that both are viable. I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And this actually ends up doing quite a bit of damage too. Garrosh is actually a tank who can do quite a bit of damage, especially if you pick up Decimate.
Yeah. I didn't auto attack the trap fast enough.
It's all good. Okay, so with tanks in general, you want to be in a bush, especially on Garrosh though, because he gets poked down so easily and has no mobility. If you're kind of just in vision for them to knock you off your mount, you're like almost turn into a useless hero. So here I would, once you got spotted here, you can just like run around your minute wave, run in here. You saw them kind of hanging out here too, but you can't get much accomplished here. You want to spend like as a tank, unless you're Joe, I know you said you play lots of Joe. Joe actually clears waves and sits in lane. But any other tank, you want to be sneaky, especially Garrosh. You want to be like this sneaky tank that catches people out of positions. And I think it's really easy. It's going to be a lot easier for that to get value out of in gold as well. But if you were here, you can probably get a Q off, maybe a toss or whatever. Maybe not yield a kill, but just to kind of get in the habit here, you should be probably sitting here. As then maybe this Falstad with like 2 health walks up to you. And you throw him in on top of the Cassia. That could actually potentially yield a kill, actually. So into an Imperious tank, as soon as he uses his Q, he kind of turns into a potato. Like he's like pretty much useless as soon as he uses his Q. It's kind of like a taunt variant or... Well, an ETC still even has his W after. He literally has nothing after he Qs. So he just Q'd right next to you and missed you. I would just like toss him right now, and just start to pressure them. Because look how much damage you've taken, but you haven't pressured them at all.
Yep.
You kind of just sat around and took damage. So make sure you're in bushes. The way that you're gonna get the most value out of tanking. I'm just gonna fast forward a bit. Hey, throw that down. Okay, yeah, you guys are getting a little low. Anyways. So are they.
Yeah, classic mid-brawl.
Yeah.
Level 1.
I was gonna say you can try to body block a little harder after you throw him here. You want to be like clicking to the side and then auto him and then clicking to the side. Like stutter stepping like in front of him is a big duty of the tank, is to body block. Sometimes it's actually even more important just to body block instead of even getting your autos in to make sure he can't move and Cassia can just like get as much damage out as possible. I think you were trying to do and you got rooted. Oh, I did not mean to press back there. But yeah, just the mid brawl. I'm gonna fast forward it a bit. Oh, I went really back, didn't I? You almost got the pulse, Dad.
Yeah, I'm a couple seconds behind on the stream. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that fight, because I got spotted so early, it just felt like reestablishing in the bush, like they knew I was there. So maybe I should have just rotated bot and come back or something.
Well, you got spotted here. They don't have vision of you here. I think you could have mounted up and moved in here.
And like walked around maybe, yeah.
Yeah. And even if you do get spotted, like just standing here and like eating damage isn't really going to do anything. Like you just want to mount up and find another way to flank them or like catch them by surprise.
Yeah, even in that bottom bush potentially below. Throw them over the wall.
You mean down here?
Yeah, right there. And then throw them over the wall back to the team.
Yeah, just more focus on being sneaky. So here it's kind of time to go get camps.
Yep. Yeah, I think I had 3-man comms in this game, so I'm not sure if we were saying it. Obviously, Garrosh is not the one who's going to be doing the camp.
Yeah, maybe because you're stepped up though, and you're like looks like you're looking for something. They're trying to support you and not leave. That could be it. So maybe just sometimes you just bait your team just by being places. So just ping retreat and like maybe ping a camp or something. Come stand here in hidden land. Hey, web dev. This is coaching, yeah. Oh, Kaylee, don't be mean. Kaylee's not well. Don't be whatever it's called. Are you with Misery? Trolley.
Yeah, and I think Yellow.
Okay, that's fun. So here, you definitely don't need 3 people in the camp. And then, poor this guy's struggling. You could maybe come here to try to make a move on the Chromie, but mostly you should maybe just come and cover this lane so that he can back.
Yep.
So just be looking around at the lanes and see what's going on, because you probably honestly didn't even look here. You probably just thought like, oh, I'll go help them with the camp. Junkrat's got it, which is fine because I understand doing that. But keeping like as the tank, you should be spending a lot of time looking at the map and seeing different opportunities for ganks, especially as the Garrosh. Like remember, your MO here is to get a lead before 10. Picks, maybe on this map, if you get picks early, maybe you can invade and kind of snowball it. Is probably what you'd want to do with Garrosh. Because you don't really have great camp takers to begin with. So kind of your win condition here would be to really start looking for picks and get your early lead.
Yeah, and I do that on a lot of games, but yeah, this was a pretty weak opening by me. I agree.
Less calls for a retreat.
Not really sure why I'm hitting the camp.
Oh, maybe Misery asked you. Said she needed mana. maybe.
Ah, heroes.
One thing you can do, actually, because you're in a 3-stack with a tank and a healer, like, nobody's showing on the map except for Chromie. You could go check a siege camp because they're probably all split up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Falstad's probably on one by himself, or I think Diva was up here or something. As a 3-stack, if you wanted to get crazy with your Garrosh, you and Cassia could come, through here and check who's where. Go scouting, because if I press O, wait, or E. Okay, there's 2 people there.
Right.
Yeah. Something you could do in your 3-stack. It's a little bit scarier if you were solo queue Garrosh in gold. If you were higher up, you could ping it and see if people will follow you. But yeah, if none of them are showing, then they're probably all split up on camps. Or like, this is why it's important to look at the map and see where they are. Let's say if there was one in each lane, and then, only one person missing, then you're like, ooh, Falstad's alone on the camp. That's even juicier if you notice that only one person is missing. And then you can go. And then usually this early in the game too, they spend a lot of resources taking a camp, so they have like not much health left or whatever. But yeah, just looking at the map and seeing if you can create any opportunities out of it as Garrosh. I'm gonna go back to you. But yeah, because nobody covered this lane, and I assume he already used this tab. Where is he? Here he is. Yeah, he already used his tab a while ago. It's kind of shitty that he's gonna have to come to this objective now with like no health, or drink all the potions.
Right.
So just look around the map and help out your team, and come cover him so that he can go back before the objective.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
If you're not gonna be like going around and getting ganks or invading or anything, definitely help him out as a team member to set you, because then it just sets you guys up for success in this team fight.
Persuade these mercenaries to join.
That being said,
I guess I'm usually more reactive, right? Like what I'll do is if I see Junkrat Hearth there, I'll go bottom. But
yeah,
I never think to like preemptively go there so he can Hearth. I just assume that I'll react rather than give him the space to do it.
Yeah, some people like will not trust people to cover lanes. Like I wouldn't. I don't trust people to cover lanes unless they come down. Then I leave.
and I don't unless I call out like voice comms, or maybe I'll ping and like
Yeah.
Hearth and see if somebody starts moving in that direction. So yeah, that makes sense.
Things are helpful, but the more you can like read the map and read what your team is doing, the better results you'll have, right? Instead of like waiting for your team to be smart. If you can be smart for your team, then is good. Yeah, I was gonna say something else. But oh, on Garden of Terror, when the objective spawns on this side this early, it's kind of scary because their well is right here. Not only is their well right here, but respawn times are so low that even if you get a kill at the beginning, they're back in 10 seconds, full health, full mana, and they get here in like 10 seconds. So it's kind of scary early Garden of Terror games to go on to the other half of the map. So it's pretty safe to just give this if you guys wanted to. You can try to contest it. It's totally up to you guys, but it's like really not a big deal to give objectives early. Just something to think about. You can call to give. I don't know how responsive gold people are to giving an objective. I know that sometimes they yell and scream.
I mean, people, it's not as bad as like bronze or silver. I think people get things in gold, and I'm in plat sometimes too. I'm like high gold, low plat, and I think people generally get it. And I often play with parties, so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. One sec. Just gonna read comments. So knowing one person on a camp can be an opportunity to pick off. Yes, exactly. You just have to look at the map, see where the enemy team is. If they're all not showing, maybe it's kind of scary to go alone. But as a tank, you can go scout it. You can see if your team will come. But if you know only one person's missing, you know who it is, and you know where the other people are, then it's safe to.
You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I was just answering a
okay. Just
a question to
because you didn't know.
It was kind of repeating what I just said to you, so.
No worries.
Okay. So again, I will say the less you show on the map, the better. Just as a tank in general. And I've noticed this so extra hard in Master now that I'm playing with like CCL people. When I'm playing with a CCL tank, I almost never see them on the map until one teammate is dead, and it's actually pretty frustrating. It's really annoying actually. And on this map specifically, I don't know why, I've just faced lots of Diablos and whatever like CCL people on this map, and
Yeah.
I will not see the tank until my teammate is dead. They're so good at playing out of vision.
Yeah, it's a really good point. My most played tanks, or two of the three probably, are May and Joe. So I probably wave clear too much for a tank because they have it, right? So
Yeah.
so then I'm showing. So it's maybe a better habit to avoid doing that unless really no one's gonna soak it and, like you said, stay out of vision.
Joe's fine to clear waves. May, I mean, she can wave clear, but obviously you don't want to be the one clearing the wave.
Yeah, I W at one. I know not everyone takes that talent, but
I mean, I have taken that talent if the wave clear is like really low on the team. You can definitely get some value, but yeah, just get in the habit of not.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say it's pretty good in team fights too. It actually does quite a bit of damage. But yeah, no, I agree.
Like right here, even just come here and just stand in this wave, and like maybe you throw him, get some damage out of him.
If he spears like Cassie or something, throw him to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because the more you stay out of vision, either the enemy team has to play around the fact that they can't see you and adjust their play, or they're dead. Like, and those are two really good options, both of them. If like, do you play damage often?
Yeah, I would say my most played here or after tank is probably auto attack. Yeah.
Okay,
but I also
so
play other things.
When you're in lane, how comfortable do you feel when you look down and you see? And let's say I'm bottom. Like, let's say there's Chromie. How comfortable do you feel if you see Garrosh from the map mid? Pretty comfortable. More you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you don't see this Garrosh, you kind of have to be over here somewhere, right? So just thinking like that, like how much you actually impact the game just by not showing on the map is a lot.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I hadn't quite thought about that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because now this Chromie's like, ooh, I can step up and try to kill this Junkrat if I want.
Right.
Garrosh anywhere on the map, I'm comfortable. Gold and above don't show on the map, and skill shots don't work on him. Gold and above don't.
I didn't realize that Garrosh had so much hate. Jeez.
It's no, he doesn't. It's Kaylee just hates everything, right, Kaylee? Okay. I'm just gonna keep playing.
New talent.
So here too, you don't really need to be on the camp. You have lane priority almost in every lane. They're probably on their camps, but something you can do is just kind of hover in between mid, like maybe sit here and wait to see what the enemy team is doing before you can react. That way you're kind of in position to save this Cassia. You're in position to come here in case they decide to invade or whatever. You kind of have quick access to everywhere, and you just sit in this bush and you kind of just watch the map. You wait to see what camp is capped next or where they show up, and then you can kind of react to it. But
yeah, I think I went there because Deckard pinged it, but no, that makes sense. It's not like we're gonna clear it much faster with me. And I think we may be talking about giving, just looking at our positioning.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah. Oh my God, this poor. You guys hate your Junkrat. There's 4 people on this camp, and this poor Junkrat's just trying to hold this lane. This poor guy. This poor guy.
I don't know how I didn't notice that, but that's really bad.
Oh, I feel bad for him. At least he doesn't die. You're doing a good job, Junkrat. You're doing a good job.
To be fair, he never pinged help bottom.
Oh, he's hard starting right on top of the gate. That's interesting. Okay, well, he makes it.
It's a little risky. He's gonna miss soak. I guess we're covering.
Yeah, I would.
We should be giving here, but
yeah, you should be giving and just clearing. It's in a bad spot, and you have 2 camps pushing, and it's 0 out of 3. So. Oh, you make a play on this cast or on this Chromie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this.
Spears.
Yeah. So, what could you have done here?
I could have unstopped.
Yeah. And you have vision of the Imperious, like you know he's coming.
Yeah.
Like immediately here, just pop unstoppable.
Yep.
And then you just walk away. You W the Chromie and body check her, and you live for sure.
Yep.
And probably the Chromie dies. Probably, yeah. I think the Chromie would die. She only has 500 health left.
I think the Chromie would die because the Garrosh autos are pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that. Yeah.
Fast forward until you come alive. Sorry, just drinking some water. So not bad though that this guy. Oh, false applies. Okay. They've got a half level lead. Poor Junkrat. Still just down here.
Another seed is about to sprout.
Yeah, I should really be ganking that Chromie more often.
Yeah. Back up for a second. I just wanted.
Looks like I'm coming now.
Okay, sorry, I backed up a bit.
It's a big Q.
Okay, I was gonna say you should probably run around this way, but I think you just showed already because you ran too far that way.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought about it. You did think about it. You're. It doesn't matter. You don't have your Cassia. Cassia is dead, but it's fine. But I probably would have come here to help this.
Right. Yeah. I think I go there now. Let's see.
Another seed is about to sprout, heroes. Be ready for
But yeah, I definitely ignored bot for way too long in this game. That's pretty bad. Oh, I go to a camp. Jesus.
Oh no!
I'm just ignoring bot. Wow, this is actually really terrible. I swear I'm a better tank than this.
It's all good. It's all good. I have a feeling like. Oh no, you pinged the camp. Okay, I thought maybe it was because Misery had been pinging camps, so I thought maybe it was because she pinged.
I was just thinking, oh, we'll get opposite lane pressure right before. That's what I was thinking, but
yeah.
I just not really fully understanding the Junkrat struggle. I guess.
Yeah, they were pushing him pretty hard too. Like, if they're pushing him pretty hard right here and getting structure damage, you don't want to just start a camp. You want to go like get them off first.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, you standing in lane, whacking minions. I would come get set up for this because now you're going to be the last one there, which is kind of scary for team.
Yeah, that was something I noticed in the Johanna replay, is that I was always late trying to get an extra wave. And you really can't afford to do that as the tank.
Mm-hmm. I might have considered coming this way. Since there was a lot of action going on here. You'll be a little bit sneakier. Maybe you catch a Chromie or somebody out of position. Let's see. Maybe you get the Anduin if you come here.
Right. And then he can't pull himself. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's kind of like when you run straight at them, it's the easiest way to like get no value out of Garrosh, I guess, when you just like run straight at them, because then they just hit you off your mount and you don't really get any element of surprise. Like you can come check it out. Maybe it doesn't work out and you have to like come back, but yeah, just something to think about.
No, that's a really good point. Yeah.
I'm just gonna play a little bit slow. Okay, so I think that you. Oh, another thing too. When you're pathing, it's important to look at the fight while you're pathing. As long as you're checking the map too, to make sure you're not getting dismounted or anything.
Yeah, the auto pathing is the real trouble there, but I try to click back and forth so I don't run into the tower or something while I'm rotating. But yeah, I agree.
Another thing you can do is shift click, so you can click here and then like shift click here and then shift click here to like make your path, or you can just watch yourself move on the screen to make sure you're like going in the right direction. But if you're watching the fight, you're gonna have more information on what cooldowns are down. So the reason why I said that is because we want to know while you're walking here, like
Q?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So his Q is down. He didn't hit anything, so he doesn't have CDR. So you could very well just toss. You're mounted up. You could just throw him in immediately. Like, let's get this fight started. Let's go. You know, you throw him in here. You can kind of just bloody block him in here.
Right.
He can poke him. Hopefully, you get quite a bit of damage out. Hopefully, you get the Yidu Faith out. Is it up? Oh, my game's broken. I don't know. Let me see. Thank you for the follow, Dolphin. Okay, I have buttons back. Buttons are back. Okay, he does have it, so hopefully,
right. He might have used it. Yeah.
Hopefully, you get it out though, because like, you know, trading a 16-second cooldown for a 70-second one is winning the fight. It's already winning the fight if you take a good trade like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just 1 second. Garrosh main counters, we talked a little bit at the beginning. It's kiting and poking, so Chromie can like drop your sand slow underneath him, and then heroes that ignore armor or percent damage. Yeah, Fulgen's a good one. Everything. Okay, yeah, so kind of a missed opportunity here. And here too. So you can't really run away from this false dad, but you can throw him. He's connected to you, right? So I see you're trying to kind of get away from his W, but you can't get away from his W. But what you can do is just toss him in your team. He's really, really squishy. He's going to E, but again, you get the E out, and he's probably going to take quite a bit of damage just from that little bit of being out of position. Cassia and Junkrat could do quite a bit of damage. So I think you've already missed 2 opportunities to throw. And have taken quite a bit of damage as well. Garrosh is actually like pretty squishy.
Right. I used the ally throw on Deckard.
I don't think you needed to use it there.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it was a little bit of a waste. What your mission, your MO should be for your Into the Fray is to detach people from the Imperious. Because as soon as he stabs someone, the follow-up damage comes out after when he consumes his brands. Do you play Imperious?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if you get the person away from him before he can auto-attack, you're like mitigating a huge amount of damage, like huge. Not to mention he has 7, so he gets a shield when he consumes it, so you're getting rid of that too.
Yeah. Okay, just throw the stun target, yeah.
Yeah. You can throw the stun target or you can throw him. But you need to you need to get these people away from each other.
Yeah.
So using she wasn't really in any danger. Not to mention Deckard's pretty beefy. Deckard's almost beefier than a Garrosh.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I honestly I wouldn't make that play again. I don't really know why I did it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just I don't know, it just happens. You get scared or like it's kind of like a panic push or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the other throw really should come out. I'm not really sure why it hasn't come out, but that's why we watched the replays. Just the other toss should have come out already. I'm not really sure why it hasn't, but that's why you watch the replay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's helpful to watch replays. Even if you watch replays of yourself, it's usually pretty helpful to you end up seeing things.
Yep.
Okay. So even right after you tossed it, Misery, you probably still could have tossed the false dad. Like, getting him out of position is really good because he's going to panic and then E, and at least you got the E out. Does he have E, actually? I think he used it to get in. No, he has it, yeah.
False dad? Yeah, no, I didn't see it go out yet.
But, yeah. So, yeah, like we said, the toss hasn't come out. There was, 2 or 3 opportunities so far. But you've taken a ton of damage and not used your combo.
Yeah.
So you tap. Okay, so here, Cassie just gets done. This is where the perfect Into the Fray would happen. This would be the perfect moment to use it. She just got stabbed. Watch her health.
Which direction would you throw her? Just back?
Because she's so okay, I've thought about this. I think it's pretty funny. I don't know if I would have the wherewithal to think of this
Throw it
in
forward.
the moment because I don't play a lot of Garrosh, so I probably wouldn't have thought of this in the moment. But the thing you could have done is I would throw the Cassia right on top of the Chromie.
Yeah.
If I was Cassia, I would have already killed this Chromie. Like she's already like completely segregated herself from the team, and she's got about 1,700 or sorry, 510, yes, about 1,700 health or something.
Oh, each of those things is 500. I probably should
Each
have
of
known
them
that.
each of them is 250. Each of them
Oh,
is 250.
250.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that's what it is. Let's count yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have 1,500 health. Does that work? I thought I did this before. Yeah, 250.
Sick.
Yeah, exactly 250. Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know.
I had to figure that out when I was doing replays because you can't actually check people's health. You can only check your own. So
Right.
then I was like, wait, there has to be a system. There has to be a system here. Okay, so yeah.
Well, let's check out her health now. I don't know if I use a throw. We'll see.
So yeah, if you were that smart in the moment, you could throw her at the Chromie because just be like, go kill this person. But probably just throw her behind is the safer thing. Is
Right.
probably what your natural instinct should be to do. Is to be like, just get like as long as you're getting her away from danger. Because
Right.
watch her health. Holy shit! Like she was like there, right? She just took like about 1,000 damage or something or more.
Yeah.
And she's dead.
And died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So another thing you could do, because you did waste your into the fray earlier. Because you didn't have it, I would try to throw the Imperious. This is another time you could throw him in. You could throw him away, maybe, but they're a lot lower than you are. So sometimes you want to throw the tank away, but here you could actually probably throw him in, and your team could probably kill him because again his Q is down.
And he'd be body blocked from the whole team.
Yeah, he'd just be stuck in here.
I'm honestly like baffled I didn't throw him in. I just don't know what I'm doing right now in this game. But that's why I chose this replay. I remember I think I made some good plays at some point, but maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, certainly this was not a good fight so far.
And after you throw him, well, you can body check him too, but you might want to step up to create some space because if you throw him and then the whole team collapses on him, then
Chromie just dumps down.
Yeah, Chromie's gonna get so much value and probably the false stat too if he's got Q up or he will in 3 seconds.
Yeah, maybe throw him in and then zone Chromie or something.
Yeah, just step. Honestly, just your presence, even though you use your cooldowns, will probably be enough to make sure that they can't like completely collapse on all 5 of you. Yeah.
Did throw, but I threw Diva, and that I probably intended on throwing Imperious, but just
Just missed,
it's always hard. It's always hard to see like who you're actually targeting.
So here you definitely after the Cassia exploded, like you're not gonna win the team fight. There's just not enough damage. Well, definitely's doing pretty good, but I think it's too early in the team fight for you guys to turn that, to be honest. I would just...
maybe try to poke because the cooldowns are low, but I guess Deathwing just died as well, so...
Yeah, Deathwing went balls deep. I think that's probably why you guys stepped up, because you're like, oh shit, Deathwing's going in!
Right.
Hey, Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of... I saw some of the things you said, but you said so many more things that I hadn't considered, so that was really good.
Good. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the space thing. It's like that's kind of that is one of the main things a tank is meant to do, is create space. Well, get vision, catch people out of position, create space is very important in team fights. Like we were just talking about how if you guys were all 5 here, the Chromie gets so much value, right? But just stepping up and like literally creating that space so that your team isn't clumped and the other team can't all collapse on 5 of you is pretty important as a tank.
Mhm.
So here too, I know we talked about it already. Just anywhere off the map. Here.
Yep.
Here. And then yeah, you should be able to get a lot of random picks.
Yeah, I should pretty much just always be out of vision, just never
Yeah.
wave clear.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think just doing that, just completely abandoning soak and focusing on that will change a lot.
I'd be standing right here right now, just in this bush.
Yep. Or there. Yeah, there, the other one. Yep. In the mid.
I really like this bush too for this one.
Oh, because the objective. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like this one. This is a great bush. Lots of things
Hey,
happen
look,
out of this bush.
I think I'm going there. Hopefully I don't go to
Okay.
the wave. Let's see.
There you go. Yay. My favorite bush. Okay, I remember this. Okay. So you came out too soon. I've been here before too as a tank. You have to be patient and you wait for the squishy because you actually could have. I'm pretty sure you could have killed this Chromie.
Yeah.
Like let's just go back. It's like as soon as they showed, you ran out too. But I think
Right.
you waited. If you waited a second longer, the Chromie was in position to throw. But she turned around as soon as you came out. Like, see how you came out just the same as them? But I'm pretty sure this diva is going to this wave.
Mhm.
And then look where the Chromie is. The Chromie would like you definitely could have caught the Chromie out and threw her over here.
Yep. You're totally right.
Because I'm like 98% sure this diva was going to this wave.
Yep. And
But-
I autoed instead of Eing. I might have even been able to still get it off.
Yeah, yeah. So just a little more patience and like wait for the squishy to come out.
Still has Q though. Let's see.
So-
Anduin down. Oh, how did Junkrat die? I totally missed it.
So here's what happened. So his Q is down, but you throw him. But this is where the creating space comes into play. See how
Okay.
everyone is squished here?
Yeah.
And, well, I guess Deathwing has landed, but
Chromie just drops her
yeah.
ult and then, yeah.
she completely, like, she's kind of... If you're over here, she's pretty safe to step up
Yeah.
and, like, throw all her shit.
Right.
So-
So she just unloads on him, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that... First of all, it's pretty scary that how close to 10 they are. But it's okay if you guys want to try to... Like,
Well,
honestly, if you got this Chromie...
They have 2 out of 3, right? So we pretty much have to win a fight before 10 right here. But yeah.
If you get the Chromie, maybe they back off and they just give this one and you guys get 10 before.
Yeah.
So here... The Chromie... I mean, he's already queued in. He's kind of already put himself out of position. So you might want to just think about just
Body block
living...
only.
Like, living here. Living here for a minute. To create that
Okay.
space. Because if you're
Yeah.
just standing here, the Chromie's not going to kill this Junkrat.
Right.
Like, just literally just standing here. Like, you don't really have to... Like, if you take 2 more steps this way, Chromie's going to take 2 steps this way. Like, she's just going to follow your movement. Because she can't walk up to you right now. Because she knows that you don't... that you still have throw.
Mhm.
Or maybe she doesn't and she's not watching cooldowns and then she walks up to you and then she dies. Like,
Right.
either way, it's a good thing, right? Literally just your presence will save this Junkrat. That's what creating space means as a tank.
Mhm.
Then your team has all this space to dish out damage on the Imperius. But
Yeah.
now you can see the effects of like when you
Yeah, and this is the same as the other fight too. If we threw him in and then we're clumping, she would do what she did here.
Exactly. So you recede back into your team. Now you're all clumped back here, and now Chromie's free to live her life and gets the kill on Junkrat. Like, so literally your job as the tank is to make sure that your carries live and that their carries can't do their job. That's basically, by just being there and denying Chromie the ability to step up, that's like the best kind of peel. Like that's peeling already, just by being there.
Yep.
A lot of people think that when you're tanking, you need to like peel the tank off your backline, but the tank's not the one killing them. It's the carries, right? So you want to enable your carries by making sure the other carries can't kill them. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I fully thought about what their comp was comprised of and how they would kill people. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I was just thinking, oh, Imperius is just going to murder everyone, so we have to
Mm-hmm.
isolate him and kill him when he dives in or overextends. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, that makes sense.
It sucks because you don't really have the best team to kill him. It's kind of a difficult comp. Like, I'm not a fan of Junkrat to begin with. It's
Yeah,
a,
he's an interesting hero.
yeah, it's a pretty tough comp. I won't lie. The only thing that you have going for you is that if you guys get the Chromie, well, like they're squishy. They are squishy, and Imperius can't peel very well. But they do have like Leap of Faith and Gust. Like they have pretty
Yeah,
good disengage for a
right.
Garrosh tank.
I guess what
But
I'd be worried about if I were standing there in front of Chromie is I would just take damage from Chromie and Falstad while
for
my
sure.
team presumably damaged Imperius. But I guess Chromie can't really do much because she's got to stand still to cast stuff.
Yeah.
But Falstad could
It's
W
kind of
me.
the happy middle you gotta find. Obviously you
Yeah.
taking a little bit damage is better than Junkrat dying, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I'm pretty good at interrupting Chromie as a tank when she does her loop, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
same. It's the same thing here.
Mm-hmm. I think
Like
the
as
difference
like in Murd, and I always play Murd into Chromie, and whenever she loops, I just jump in and Stormble her face, and she can't follow up. But
mm-hmm.
anyway, it's the same idea here.
I think the difference was there, like instead of like all your team being here and you just walking up to the team and taking damage, Imperius had already like kind of isolated himself and was in
Right.
position to take a lot of damage. That's the only reason I recommended like
I still have
creating that
cooldowns.
space.
I still have cooldowns, right? Whereas I'm
Yeah,
not throwing him. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's the only reason I recommend standing up, like pushing up there, is that your team had space to put damage out on the Imperius.
Right.
If the Imperius wasn't there, I wouldn't recommend just like hanging out and taking free damage by any means. It
Right.
was
Or if I threw him, right? Because then Chromie knows she can step up. I
mhm.
think is like it's kind of combo of both. But yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
exactly. B1 with the bush. Yeah. Hey, Broom Boy. Hold on. I'm gonna. Okay. Junkrat dies. They're 10. It's Operation Get Out. So pretty unfortunate. It's really unsafe to step up there. I would really try to leave this way or
I think I was
die.
trying to peel for Cassia there.
Yeah.
And he gets
Are you
out,
all right?
I think.
I think you were trying to make a play for Chromie.
Maybe. Yeah.
But here I would just throw. I would throw the Steve
Oh,
out
yeah,
right here.
I did the throw the stun. Yeah. Yeah, throw the diva away from the team. Yeah.
Yeah, just throw her like into this bush or something because there's probably there is an Imperius there. We just saw.
Right.
And then maybe he gets thrown to or stunned too, and then you guys walk out.
Yeah. That diva ult has been like the bane of my existence the last week. It's screwed me in so many games. Like it looks like such a bad ult, but it's done like a lot of good things.
Yeah, it's annoying. And then this is pretty pog. Just decorative things.
Yeah, decorative definitely doing things.
Your enemy has destroyed a fort.
So you guys are feeling pretty good now. Your team is stepping up, but it's still not really that safe. Because
Yeah, we don't have
ult.
time. Yeah.
There's that ult. Even if it's their third one. Oh yeah, your fort died. I don't remember when your fort died, but it died during this fight somewhere, and someone was just randomly pushing it, which is pretty unfortunate.
Right.
But what I was gonna say, even if it's the third one, it's not worth taking a bad fight because you can defend it. It's only one objective, but if you all wipe and then they get the objective, they get like double as value.
Yeah.
So if you can, like, if you're in comms and you can tell people to back off, then do it. It'll just give, like, it sucks giving the third one, but it's much better than taking a fight down 10s.
Yeah, I agree. This is great. This game is much worse than I thought it was, which is good for learning.
Okay, so here. I think you save your Junkrat, which is nice. You come and you throw him. Yay!
Yeah, he was getting a little low. Looked like he might have died there.
Yeah, so that was a good throw. But here, so you know you're getting the diva out of the mech.
Yeah.
I would throw the Imperius away. That's one thing I don't think I noticed you do, is throwing the tank away. It's always like in, but your team does not want anyone near them right now. Like, look how low they are.
I know. It's so funny because there was another Garrosh game I played where I threw Blessed Shield Johanna into my team twice in the game.
Oh no.
And she just shielded both times, and I was just like, this is the worst I've ever done a tank. It was actually like just like the worst play. So this is similar, but I don't think quite as bad, but yeah.
Yeah, so they're really low, and not only that, Imperius is full health. Like, he's not going to die if you throw him. Like, I know he just queued and whatever, but your team's low, he's full health. Yeah. He's not going to die if you throw him. Yeah, but, like, little baby Diva's about to come out. Like, that's a kill that can happen. Like, Junkrat can poke safely, and, well, not safely. Right. It's kind of scary. Like, Cassia's full health, though. If you just throw this Imperius over here and Q, you probably get the Diva and the Imperius with your stun. And then, hopefully, Cassia kills baby Diva.
Yeah.
But after you throw, it kind of pulls all the attention towards him, and she just walks away. Like, your team's like, oh, we're turning on this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, yeah, nothing really comes of baby Diva.
Maybe in my head I was trying to reach Diva and failed, but not sure.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, no, I totally see what you mean.
Uh-oh.
Okay. A couple seconds behind. Oh, spear. I threw away, but she still died.
I think that here, I mean, just start pinging the retreat pings, and like just being there baits your team. Like, people just follow people, especially if you're the tank.
You know, it's funny you say that, because some of my friends that I play with will tell me, why are you not the last person to back out, dude? You need to be like, you can't leave the team behind as the tank. But then and other times they'll say like, well, I want to back up so the team knows the back. So it's sort of like chicken and egg type of thing. But I agree, like, yeah.
Here though, here you go back in. This is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like here you guys are out. Like, you walk back in. Wait till the stream catches up, but you walk back in there. Right. So you baited your team in. You were technically the last one to leave. And you're right, you should escort your team out to make sure they get out. But
we were all up. I guess I was thinking maybe we could poke the 10, but you're right. In that case, I did go back in.
It's just Junkrat's so low. Deathwing just flew. He's going to take a while to heal up, and it's just not worth it at this point to go back in.
There's a battery engagement.
I know it's like, oh no, 203, but like I said, it's really not that big of a deal. Honestly, if they already have two, I almost like just kind of prefer they get their third one now, because they're going to get less value out of it than, like, let's say you get the next 3, but then they get the next one and it's level 20, and now they're pushing with 3. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but
later objectives are worth more.
Yeah. Even though on Garden and Tomb, I think if you get the first objective, you have like your chance of winning goes up by 10% or something crazy like that.
For Tomb as well, I've always thought maybe the first Tomb one isn't that good. Because a lot of times it doesn't even take a fort.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what the stats would be now. I don't have updated information on that.
I'm just anecdotally. I mean, maybe I'm sure those are the stats, but
but yeah, it's just really not worth it to engage here. Because like I said, I mean, they use their ult and stuff, but Junkrat's gone. Like, he's gone.
Yeah, and Deathwing's gone.
Deathwing's gone.
Totally right.
Yeah, just time to leave.
Yeah. stream is a little clearer though. It's good. Or the Discord thing.
Oh, that's good. I am just gonna run and fill up my water. I'll be right back, okay? Enigma, I know. It's happened to all of us. My car got streamed via bum hut. Ooh, fancy. Okay, Victor, enjoy your QMs. The retreat ping is OP, yeah. Okay. Defend this, then you come in probably.
Your fort has shattered.
So you can be, I mean, when people are pushing in, it's kind of scary to go for the engage, but it can work. You typically want to get the objective a little bit lower and like definitely kill the plant.
Yeah, I mean, I think here I'd look for a throw if there's the first engage. So I think I'm trying not to come out of the...
Something you can do also is do what this cast is doing, is flank.
Yeah.
Like, you could be here mounted up. You could probably... Hold on one second. Yay, Stark! Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for shouting out, Stark. We are doing community coaching tonight, and it is a high gold, low plot Garrosh that we're looking at today. So everybody, welcome. Yeah, so you could be looking here. You could throw this diva. I'm sure something good would come of that. Like if you just ran around here and tossed her in, I'm pretty sure something good happens. I don't know. I don't think she can get out. She's gonna queue.
We kill the mech for sure. Maybe she gets out afterward.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or maybe she runs away, or she tries to get out somewhere. But I think it would be good if that happened.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I... Oh, wait. Back up for a second.
It also just creates space for the team to clear the plant, right? If I'm standing on the side.
Doesn't have to be scary. Okay, this was like a huge stun and root that I think you should have just walked out and taunted them. Like you have your unstoppable.
Let me see, I'm a little behind on the stream.
Okay. Sorry, I rewinded it.
Okay.
So you see this huge stun. You see, like, I mean, you can watch the root come out, so you know what's going to happen, right? And then you see.
Okay.
And like, I literally think you just pop unstoppable, walk through, and get a 4-man taunt on this route.
Is the stun Garrosh Q or what's stun? Or is Deathwing?
The stun is the Deathwing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so unstoppable and then taunt. Interesting. Even with the plant that high?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you get a 4-man, well, Cassie's here. Like, I think that if she saw you come out,
she's in. Yeah.
She has lightning ball. You have tornado too. Maybe if you go and taunt them, then Deckard pops tornado and pushes them in. Like, the team would probably be react if you engaged on this.
That makes sense.
Because like, can they kill you? They'd probably gust you away after or something. I don't think you die though, but I think that it's a good opportunity to take like a good, like if you can hit a 4-man taunt, that's pretty huge. I think something good would probably come of that.
Right.
Or at the very least, like you get them to back off because they get low or they gust and they get scared or something. Yeah, you definitely had time to walk out and get the get a taunt. And like Chromie is so far out, so if you taunt them and then you end up throwing the Chromie into the gates, I think that she could potentially die even if the gust does come out. So kind of just like a little bit of a missed opportunity. Oh, that would have come out too. Okay, the
Oh, the Junkrat thing.
the
Yeah.
Riptire would have come out too onto the taunt.
Yeah, we could have foreman wiped them, or probably.
There's a chance that like it could have gone very well. There is a chance.
Yep.
It was kind of just like a missed opportunity. There's like the Deckard's like hitting a lot of great routes.
Yep. Misery's a great Deckard.
Oh, and it would pull the diva, yeah. At least we would get pull out then at least. But yeah, instead it goes a little bit south. So yeah, you just stepped out late. You kind of missed the opportunity to step out, and then you stepped out, and then you died.
Yeah. Yeah, CC chain for the chat is saying. I think with the tank you always think about being the initiation and then like the healers follow up CC, but in that case it's the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Cassie was just waiting for something good to happen, and I think there was an opportunity for that, but it kind of just all fell apart. Because if you taunt them, he probably had Dragon Breath up, and then he would have Riptired and Lightning Ball. It really could have went Lornado.
I think we could have. I think we could have wiped them. Yeah, I think maybe Diva gets out, but yeah, I think we could have wiped them.
So now, unfortunately, there's not too much you can do. I would be pretty careful of stepping up this far because all your healer's dead, your damage is dead. Like, you can die pretty quickly.
Yep.
There's not much you can do at this point. You just gotta heal.
How wonderful for you.
Keep chaining. Yeah, hell yeah, Enigma. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. It's CC. CC chains. Play Blaze instead of Garrosh.
Chrome's there. I should really walk out.
Maybe.
Chromie.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Sorry, I was checking the chat. You said,
I was just saying I should have just walked out to Chromie to get her to run away sooner. Oh, maybe I baited myself if I do that. She was just standing there alone.
The thing is, you don't have vision on anybody, and
Yeah, it's fair.
yeah, you still have to be a little careful.
Well,
Yeah,
They're probably
I
on your
assume
camps,
they're on the bruiser bottom, I think, or the siege. I think they're bruiser. Oh, they were top. Oh, okay.
It's scary when Furious jumps out at you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm scared for this team. I'm really scared for these two.
Yeah, it doesn't look too safe.
Because I mean, you're showing again, so I would not clear this wave with this Cassia, like just leave her be and try to come, Yeah. Maybe you can stand in this bush and toss someone away if they come to invade, and you guys can get out safely because you don't have the Cassia. But kind of just support what your team is doing and not the wave clear. Because I guess Chromie had no mana and that's why they didn't invade, but this team easily could have just stepped in here because there was no vision. They had just backed off, nobody died, and the Garrosh was up here. So this was pretty scary for this team, or for these two people. Just 1 second. Even my friend who is our tank is always scared of taking poke damage. Well, playing tank in, I'm just gonna answer the question unmuted. Playing tank in general is always sort of an in and out game. You don't want to just sit there and take damage. But for people who can, like, to answer the question, the best survivability may Murden's can be pretty tanky depending on how you build him. Diablo 2, depending on how you build him and how you use him.
Variant's pretty tanky.
Yeah, Variant can be pretty tanky. He does have protected. And he can get pretty good heals too if you get the healing banner and the Q heal. But yeah, in general, tanking is always sort of an in and out game with your engages. So your friend who is always scared of taking poke damage. He should be. He should not be taking poke damage if he can help it. But yeah, Mei is really good at survivability because she has the heals from level 1 and just her D in general, which heals. Okay, I will continue. So here you might want to come just live in this jungle to see if maybe they're going to invade or... Okay, they're up here. You guys are kind of just on cleaning duty. Let's see where you go. Okay, you have vision on them, so you guys are pretty safe. But again, I would just get in the habit of just sitting in bushes, like here and here, even when you're cleaning.
Yeah, it's just like the whole like wave clear, soak is cheat type of mindset, and I translate that over to tank too much.
Yeah.
Garrosh, you just can't clear waves.
Mm-hmm. Vision or help gank? Both. Both. Okay, hold on. Usually you know where to help. What do you do in the downtime as tank when not fighting? Oh, Mac was answering. Yes, exactly. Vision or help gank. So that's why I said to sit in bushes, you're giving vision. Because if you're sitting on the wave here and the enemy team decides to collapse on you, the first you see them is when they're actually on top of you. But if you're sitting here or here in a bush, you see them before you can knock them off the mount. Your team is prepared for the collapse. So the vision is very powerful. You're going to create space, get them off their mounts and whatnot. And then what Mabak said, you want to sit in the bush and look at the map, see what the enemy team is doing. How can I take advantage of where they are on the map? Are they split? Is somebody overextended? Can I get a gank? No, you do not help with wave clear unless you are Johanna. Johanna can clear waves. Okay. Oh, look, you're doing it. You're standing in a bush. You're giving vision. Sorry, let me back up because I was reading chat. Okay. You might want to consider giving this one, even though you guys are... you're 2 levels... Okay, you're 2 levels behind, so you do want to fight to catch up.
Yeah, he has the global, but he's gonna be late.
Yeah, there's no way he clears this in time and makes it to the fight, I think. Because his clear's not that great. You guys are positioning for like a potential. There's a chance, like depending on how long the fight goes on, you take a lot of structure damage here, which sucks. But okay, let's see what you guys do. You're a little far from your team. I know that you're giving vision and stuff, but I would probably still just stay here or here-ish.
Yeah, maybe be that top bush.
Yeah, it's a little far. They can't even save you if you get in trouble.
There's my precious seed. Go and get it, would you?
Now you're really far. Oh no.
Yeah, Junkrat. I mean, I was in the wrong spot, but he also was in the wrong spot there.
Yeah. So it all falls apart. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely spiraled because of where I was.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we shouldn't have been there to begin with, to your point. I mean, Deathwing did get there, but the camp.
He got there, but yeah, if this fight went on for a long time, like you take so much damage down here.
Yeah.
So I think that it was probably worth giving, even though you guys are pretty behind in XP. But they just got like a level and a half from those kills. So it's kind of the worst of all worlds here, because now you're not even going to be able to like clear. Well, does Junkrat get out? Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to get this keep.
It's just a good example of spiraling. Like you take bad fights down and you get further behind.
Yeah. So probably I would just give that. But if you're not going to give that, like you need to be like over here.
And maybe I can't remember exactly, but maybe I was thinking we were going to give, and I was going to try to catch somebody like rotating poorly and just kill them and give.
Yeah.
But the team was like up top, so I don't remember what comms were like. But yeah.
There's so much pressure everywhere. Well, there's 10 minutes left of the game, so somehow you guys, you pull through. Somehow. Oh, sorry, I'm not watching you. Okay. So, you are not the wave clear, let's remember.
Yeah.
So, if your whole team wants to be over here, like, you just can't do anything over here. Like, you're not gonna clear this.
You just leave the fort or the.
Yeah, just leave it. Because maybe you get something over here. If your whole team's here, maybe you get something. Who knows? But the 1v1 with the D.Va and the Siege Giants is definitely not accomplishing anything. I'm gonna be total Amio and watch myself. On rerun, want to know what it looks like. Sorry, just reading. You should watch yourself. This is pretty split. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, so it was so close.
I know.
That was it was great when you saw though, and you pinged for it. So you know what? You get your little clap moment. Okay, you get your little clap moment. It was missed, but you saw it and you went for it. It just
and I think I got the ally throw off here too late.
Yeah.
I queued too quickly, and I just tried to combo them quickly, and I just fucked up.
Yeah, it's all good.
They don't feel a thing.
And then there's another spear out of the bush here because I'm not giving vision.
Mm-hmm. You can also queue bushes to check them if you want as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys all just kind of face checked that bush.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody should have checked it with a spell, I think. Oh, you don't have Q. Yeah.
I didn't have Q at that time, maybe because I missed it on the maybe Cassia Q or Junkrat. Junkrat has an auto. He could just one auto or one Q rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his positioning was pretty bad this game too, but I certainly wasn't helping.
You ran pretty far. Like you saw, I think you tried to dodge the Q. Okay, that's probably what happened. You probably tried to dodge the Q. But yeah, you should throw this person right now. Who is this person? Cassia?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cassia. And decide where you should. You could alternatively just walk here and get a 3-man taunt. I don't know if anything would come of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a Riptire.
Enough for peel, but yeah.
Pardon?
But I should. I don't usually think about taunt for peel, but this would have been a good peel taunt.
Yeah, you could throw.
Or counter engage potentially.
Yeah, counter engage is better term for it because if you're getting a 3-man taunt, that's pretty good. You could 3-man because if you just walk here and 3-man taunt, then you can walk and throw the Anduin over here too. And then hopefully your Deckard got like the taunt's gonna set up your team to get like maybe a Riptire, maybe a Deckard route. He's a little far, unfortunately, but the taunt could be a good counter engage option here because you're so close and you can probably get 3. Maybe you can only get this 2 actually. I guess you want to get this guy though. You could throw this guy into them and then walk up and taunt them. That would be a good play actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Throw this guy on top of this guy, you queue them.
Yeah, and
then walk up and taunt them.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm thinking about, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember exactly, is I'm probably just thinking I have to ally throw her away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm thinking right now. But I think I like your play better a lot, yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to set your team up for success. Because Cassia doesn't want to be far away from the team. But you want to disconnect these people so you can taunt or you can throw him.
For some reason I queued. I don't know
Maybe
why.
you tried to throw him.
I probably did actually, yeah. I think you're right. So I did try to throw him, it just didn't work.
There you go. You tried to throw him. It's unfortunate because I really think this Anduin could have died because he did get hit by like a Decker or something.
Right.
But we just needed to push up. Like I think the taunt actually probably would have done a lot there if you could have got.
I did throw. I did use the taunt. Did it not hit anybody?
Oh, you did. Let's see
I
what
don't
you did.
remember. And maybe I just taunted Diva's unstoppable. That would have been sad.
Yeah, Sag for sure. I want to zoom in for a second. Yeah, I think you throw him and then walk up and taunt. Yeah, walk here, throw them, stun them, and then taunt them.
Yeah, I gotta just stop using the trying to fast combo the QE because I just miss the E sometimes.
Mm. Oh, you taunt.
I think I just taunt. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
taunt
unstoppable, yeah.
but it's just so bad. So bad.
Damn.
And then I throw her and she dies in the air. Yeah.
I think, hold on. I think, yeah, okay, yeah. It's because the Imperius got to get all his damage off. That's the reason why she dies so fast. Because again, look at her health bar. It just chunks her, yeah.
Yeah, auto is like a third of her health.
Yeah. So if you throw the Imperius in time, she could still live. She's still gonna pop her bunny hop or whatever, but I think Cassio should be much healthier at this point.
Right. Yeah, Diva probably doesn't get taunted, even if I execute perfectly.
Yeah.
But I could taunt the other two.
Okay, where are you?
No cooldown.
I also feel like the body check's being used in. I don't know if I've seen value from this yet. Like you just used it right there, but it's better when you know a heal's coming out. Like either after he stabs or like when it's the kill target. When obviously they're gonna get the heals from Anduin or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Anduin actually has not the highest healing output. So again, I don't know if this was the pick this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Quest is better in this situation.
Oh, yeah. Don't face check. Got to sleep. What? Go to sleep.
He's saying that she's tired of
He's tired.
He's not. He's letting me off the hook for bad tanking. Maybe he didn't see it either, but apparently.
Well, if you look at any person in this game, you're gonna find faults, right? It's just because we're analyzing you.
Yeah,
if we were analyzing,
sure. No, yeah. Like I said, I think Junkrat's positioning has been atrocious. He's Junkrat. He should never get stunned like he has.
Yeah, Junkrat. Yeah.
I think the Decker played well. I think, and the Deathwing played decently well, but I think the other three of us played pretty bad.
Yeah, Misery seems to be popping off. Getting big roots. Hey, Cookie, how are you? Oh, wait, sorry.
This should be a throw. What am I doing?
Like, wait, what did I miss here?
Oh, this is so painful, but in a good way.
Okay. You guys aren't 16 though, so that's that in my opinion, I would assume that the team is coming here. Like their team is coming here.
Yeah, the tribute is right there.
This guy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the Junkrat. He's like face checking a bush by himself.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's trying to get a multiple QA. Yeah, just not getting enough value out of the taunt there. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage.
We get a kill!
It will sprout before you know
Hey.
Yay!
it.
I just want to back
Oh
up for
wow,
a second.
this is 3 to 15. Jeez. Yeah.
Just gonna back up for a second. I was thinking that maybe you could just be walking up this way, just in case. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you should be giving them vision.
Yeah,
For
I just
sure.
took the. I think I wanted to go there, but I just took the long way.
Yeah. Just run straight through.
Yeah.
Because this is where you want to be right now. If this is what they want to do, then you need to be here. I like to think of the tank as a support player. Like, your team is trying to do stuff, you need to support them in whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So if you were running here, though, like, he would have got thrown right away, and he wouldn't probably have gotten his spear off. You could have thrown it instead and then maybe taunted him, or who knows. But here we are. We missed that.
Missed the Q there. Because I tried to. I've done that like so many times where I try to EQ and I just Q because I don't. am not in range for the E.
I think it's hard to say, but again, it's kind of the same thing we were talking about when you throw the Imperious, that space needs to be created. The Deathwing kind of does it here, but I almost think that if you went up with him, like,
Yeah, and then
good
I
things
three-man
could have
taunt or
happened.
something.
Yeah. Like, unfortunately,
I
there's
could, I could follow up on that, right? He had a 3-man stun right
the
there, and then
the
I just taunt
Junkrat
on
might
top
be
of
able
it.
to follow up on it. It's hard to say, but there is a sand trap here, and Cassia can't fight. The only reason I'm like, is because you're not 16 yet, and you don't really want to be fighting here at all.
Right. Yeah, he did a bad stun out. That's great. I mean, they're playing pretty aggro, right? I know it's 16, but potentially punish it. But I agree.
You see how this Imperious literally like stabbed, and then he walked out until he had his cooldown again, and then he came in and stabbed again. This is kind of like the in and out thing I was talking about earlier. Like, he actually did that pretty good. Like,
The first stab was on me, right?
Like, he just stabbed right there, got his damage off, and now he's like leaves to stand in here for a second until he has his Q back up, and then he comes out from out of vision and gets another stab, but then he gets tossed, so he dies. But it was a really good example of coming in with your engage and then getting outside of vision and then waiting for his cooldown to come back. And
Right.
yeah, it was a pretty good example of it. But anyways, we're watching you, not him. So I just wanted to point that out there. Since we were just talking about it. Kind of stuck here because you don't want to be fighting, but the Deathwing drops, and then
It's a judgment call. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes you have to take a risky fight if you feel like you have position, right? Even if, but yeah, I agree. It could have ended up with us all dying. We did get one kill. Maybe
Yeah.
it was better. I don't know.
it just sucks because you guys have like nothing to kill this Imperious. Like,
Yeah.
sucks.
He does try to do the back line, and he hits them. And if they're all taunted in like close range, maybe we can get a kill there. So,
Yeah.
Chromie has like million mana there. I should be running at Chromie, not the Imperious, I think.
Yeah. So at least looking at this, though, you're starting to see other opportunities there are instead of focusing so much on the Imperious. You get done here.
I like tunneled on just throw somebody and try to kill them.
And it's super easy to tunnel vision in team fights, and that's something. I think that was like one of the last pushes I had to conquer to get to master, was looking around in team fights and looking for other opportunities, and like weighing. I mean, obviously it has to happen very quickly, but you have to like weigh different options of what you can do. Like when you're standing here, you're like, okay, what do I do next? Instead of like tunnel visioning on one thing.
Yeah.
But
I think I'm better at it with other tanks. I really hard engage with Muradin and with May.
Hmm.
Garrosh, I'm just not used to, but I do think that there's some lessons here that apply to the other tanks.
Yeah, I think you could have queued the Chromie actually when she came out of her dragon thing. Or him.
Yeah.
Like, I think you know he's dead, or he should be. But there's two squishies that are like
Yeah,
close to death.
Q does nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that
So I think
did.
after you, honestly, even like right after you throw him, you just like maybe look for another opportunity.
A seed has been planted. It
Like you
will
threw him to your
sprout
team, now
again.
you're okay, team, you got it. Let me go find you something else.
The
It sucks though
enemy
because
has
you lost
taken
his
your
keep
core.
while you were fighting. But you got your 16s and you got a kill. Try to look at the positive side.
That's right.
I think you guys were all pretty low, but you should have, like, this keep is dead, right? You guys probably should have just ran at this because if they were
Well,
there, which they were, there was a good
Yeah.
chance they could die because they were so low.
So that's on the rest of the team, right? They
Well-
should have come with me and
Your
Deathwing.
core is
Yeah,
under
where did you go?
attack.
Oh, I guess you can ping it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Oh, you went around though. I would have went straight here. I would
Through
have pinged.
the
Yeah, just spam
top
ping it and
push.
run.
Oh yeah.
See if they come. If they don't come, well, there's nothing you can do. But you just leave. But if they do
Yeah.
come,
Or not Deathwing. Who's up there with me?
like they literally have no mana, and it's a 5v4.
Deckard, yeah.
And you have Lornado. Which
Right.
not. They still have Gust. What they use?
Yeah. So the only thing I could do differently there is pathing and then ping.
Pathing and pinging. Yeah, you have to make
Yeah.
it like more apparent what you're trying to accomplish to your team.
Yeah, I do usually ping. It looks like I'm not pinging at all in this game, which is weird. But maybe because I was on voice and I was relying on it too much, even though we're only 3.
Yeah, that's why I solo actually, because when you're in voice, you have like this false sense of security that you're actually coordinated, but you're not because there's still other 2 people who can't hear you, and you stop
Yeah.
using pings, which means you're less communicative. So I find I play worse when I am in comms and I'm in like duoing or queuing, or like it negatively impacts the game, in my opinion. But some people just have more fun playing with other people, so whatever. It is what it is.
It is fun to play in comms, especially if you play with them often. But
Mhm.
you can still use pings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh wait. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. This is scary. Okay. So you did just see this cap them and cap it, and then you're like running straight at it, and you're not with people. Anduin. I mean, you don't have a team right now. Scared for your safety? Okay.
That seed is ready.
Oh, does he get rooted? Oh, so close. So you just have to be careful because you saw them cap it, and then you continued running here, even though your team was like all over the
Yep.
place.
Yeah, I didn't check the minimap for sure. And I guess why they're going. All the mid was already lost cause.
Chromie over here.
Oh, is Chromie on the left over there? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
With no mana.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny. There's literally... Okay, that's a good taunt. Good throw. Okay, you interpret with your Q as soon as it comes up.
I missed, but yeah.
Oh.
I tried to.
You guys are all like bumped. Nice.
Yeah,
throw.
the diva got a lot of value.
Okay, Misery's so good.
That seems personal.
Yeah, that was
Misery's making plays.
yeah,
He's making huge.
that's just been long.
Oh my god.
Double kill.
Throw the fall stat if you want. This is why the game didn't end, by the way. We actually want to play it.
Yeah, that was actually a really good team fight by you guys. It started out scary
More fertilizer. Your core is under
with
attack.
positioning and your team not being there, but they were really low from the other fight anyways and had no mana. And Chromie flanked. So, but yeah, you had some good throws and you looked to interrupt the thing, so I think that was pretty good fight.
Yeah, I think I wanted to do the right things there,
Soon
just
we'll
didn't
have
execute
another
fully.
seed
But
to
I think I was trying to stall their
digest.
backs just because of the mana and the health.
Makes sense. Yeah, it was right to want to continue fighting there, I think. But your team left.
I'm trying to get value here by getting a kill on this camp to stagger, but we didn't get there
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah, it's a good call. Oh, Chromie was Chromie was a bot. It all makes more sense now.
No, I think it was just the last couple seconds, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It was questionable positioning over here.
That's true. That's true. Just hanging out in the lane.
Yeah. Flanking the enemy team. Please tell me this is a kill. Oh no! Okay, she still dies, please.
Oh, what a terrible throw. What did I do?
Okay, how do you use your throw, by the way? Is it quick cast? Do you have quick cast on?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you have is it on release? Or you just quick cast off?
I don't remember actually. Did I change it? By default, I mostly don't play quick
Quick
cast.
cast.
There's a couple abilities that I do have it on for. I can't remember. I'm gonna try to open the game really quick and look.
Don't worry about it.
I think it's just regular for his throw. I think I tried quick cast and it was wrong. Do you think it's
Because
better?
there it looks like you had it. I've done that before, and it looks like you have it on release or on.
I think I just didn't have my cursor back far enough, and it just threw it straight up in the air. Yeah.
You just go into try mode and practice it over and over again, so it's like in your bones, and you don't have to think about it. I'm a huge advocate of try mode.
Try mode's great. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I've definitely gotten better at the throw stun from this game. I haven't played that many more games since February, but this was pretty weak performance.
So another thing here is anticipating what your opponents are gonna do. So you wasted your taunt, but you can wait to see what she's gonna do. And this goes not just with Chromie. Thank you, old math lady, for the follow. Not just with Chromie, but any hero. You have to preemptively think of what they're gonna do to try to survive.
Right.
So you missed your throw. Just wait a second. Just wait a second to see if she does her ice block thing. If she keeps running, then follow her and then hit it. Like just wait like half a second to see what she's gonna do.
Right.
Or you can use your body check to slow her down and wait a couple more seconds. Or like
body check would be great here to slow. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You want to like try. The name of this game is like baiting out abilities and like reading your opponents. And she knew you were gonna taunt. Like she read you more than you read her. So
yeah, I think I thought I could get it off before she ice blocked, but I didn't. Yeah,
I feel like
I was probably overcompensating for missing the throw stun.
Yeah,
I'm like uh-oh.
Patience is really good in this game, especially when people are trying to dodge skill shots and whatnot, and they're like juking back and forth. Like as soon as you throw your skill shot, now they can run straight. But if you just don't throw your skill shot and they keep trying to juke your skill shot, then usually the amount of time they spend just trying to juke, they end up dead or whatever.
Right, you can catch up or whatever.
Yeah. So just patience in this game and like trying to read what your opponent's going to do to survive, and just a little patience with this. I understand like wanting to get it off before she gets it off, but like if you just wait to observe the situation to see how it's going to play out, it usually works out better.
Right, and maybe I get a multiple person taunt if somebody moves in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's fine because if she ice blocks, you just body block her, right? So it's not like that was completely wasted.
I mean, I didn't get any value off the taunt.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have it for the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
I guess presumably they're gonna give because one's dead, but they have 20, so I don't remember.
Better to be rid of it.
Hey, Kels. Later, Kels. How long ago did Kelsey say hi?
Killing spree.
Did I miss it for like that long?
We should be looking to invade here with one dead or just soak 20.
Sorry, I was just reading my chat there. This is pretty far, and you kind of have lane pressure building up. I don't think that you guys. It would be good to push something right now.
Right.
But you guys have so much lane pressure, you're kind of stuck playing lane duty. I think I would probably come up here and clear this first, and then swing back and get camps. But if this is what your team's gonna do, then like you might even be able to get this forward. Actually, if you were in comms and they're probably on their bruiser. I don't know. There's still 4 of them up, right? So it's not really like you can take this. So I think that clearing this is really important, and then getting your camps and getting 20s.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Well, but the thing is, the reason I'm looking at it now,
2 out of 3,
we're not getting 20, right?
20 before the next objective.
I think we have to fight before Chromie comes back, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. I think that, yeah, you guys don't really have the luxury of playing cleanup. You're right. You need to make shit happen.
I mean, yeah, we're so far behind, right? It's a tough situation.
So,
but,
you know what? Coming here is not a half bad idea.
Especially if we can go out of vision.
Because you're trying to make something happen, yeah. You're not gonna get 20s. Well, you might be able to get 20s before the you're only you're 1 level away. You know what? You got nothing to lose. I would probably, other than the game, I would come here. You're right.
Yeah.
This is probably the best option. Okay, bye, Kels.
Yeah,
yeah, it's hard. Like they're probably just gonna cap it by the time you get there. But you're desperate and you're looking for a fight, so it is what it is. The other thing you could do is clear this and hard push this just without a wave, in hopes that they try to defend it and you can bait them out for a fight.
Right.
Like whenever you're looking for a fight, you need to be like on their side of the ground, like the map. So you could try for here, or you could try for here. Thank you, Glitter Girl, for the follow. The upside of getting a structure is that you're obviously going to relieve some pressure on your core.
Yeah, double catapults mid, yeah.
So yeah, you could clear this, and like you really want to push structures when you have an advantage and you have no structures, so it'd be really beneficial to get a structure down. But yeah, your guys play cleanup duty. You can probably get 20, honestly.
Well, let's see. Looks like we're going that approach.
You guys get this, and then you get like 2 more waves here. You could push this too, and then clear this before the objective, and hope your 20s. But let's see what happens. Yeah, the camp doesn't give that much. Okay.
Probably go mid top here.
Wait. You guys want to fight. You want to fight. Don't run away.
Yeah, I'm thinking that now. I don't know that I thought that then. I probably was thinking, 2020.
If they're out here, this is great.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if you would have made it there. Maybe you, I don't know. I don't know if you could have made it there in time, but. So you should be standing out here, hoping. Like, you want your team to clear this, so you should be standing here. You're not the clearer. You should be up here, hoping to God that somebody steps up. And wait, where are they? They are here. So if you were here, you could definitely start a fight.
Yeah, Endo and I could maybe grab from the bush if he demounted himself.
Even if he did that after he queued, then you throw him in. Like, because he wouldn't have seen you. He just went straight that way.
Yep.
So they actually gave you your opportunity.
They did.
But I think you guys get 20 in time for the objective anyway, so yeah, you do.
I feel a seed germinating. Are you?
You just use Cataclysm, which sucks.
Gather the seed, heroes, quickly.
I'm surprised they're not on the seat already. They're just letting us get 20.
They cleared here and tried to gank Deathwing. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they tried to gank the Deathwing. He used Cataclysm.
I see.
Or,
I missed that.
or wait, what did he use? Yeah, he used Cataclysm.
Yeah, the R. Yeah.
They didn't let you guys. They let you guys get 20 because they didn't have Chromie back yet. That's why they couldn't do
Yeah.
anything before 20.
Yeah, I guess she's still rotating. True.
So this is
True.
fine. I kind of, honestly, this is better. I take it all back. Like,
Then the
it's
camp.
better that
Yeah.
you got 20 and you're ready for the objective. Because if you just took that time to push this, then you still would have had that camp pushing top, and so you cleared your lanes and you got 20. It's really, it's really fine.
Yeah.
Let that go.
Choose a
The only difference is just positioning for that mid fight that would have maybe
Mm-hmm,
happened.
Okay, let me back up for a second. Okay, so they just cap mid. I would already be here then, because you know that they're not here. So I would step up to this bush. Yeah. It would be good if you're here.
Heroes, quickly.
Yeah, just
Because then now you don't see them until they're on top of you.
yeah, too late.
What's unfortunate is that the Anduin showed himself to you, but you turned around to go to the Imperius.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking heal.
Whoa!
Nice Deathwing. Nice Deckard.
Did he go the landing build? Whoa!
Yeah, the
That's cool.
20. Alright, well, God. No one ever takes that thing, but I actually think it's pretty good.
Yeah, he exploded. That was pretty cool. Let's watch it again, actually. Yeah, so be here. I think you get the Anduin. You would have tossed the Anduin over. Look. See? He was just there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that.
If you were here, you get the Anduin. You throw him here, and then you walk up and taunt like 3 of them. Well, he probably bunny hops, but then there's an Anduin out of position. Or, yeah, Anduin, yeah. I mean, maybe you even get him in the taunt. I don't know. Who knows what happens? Possibilities are endless. That's so cool. That's awesome. I got such a huge kick out of that. The Deckard actually ends up getting a kill on him. Let me see Falstad. Can you recap people? Yes, you can. Wait, let me go to Falstad. Wait. What? Oh, why can't I go to Falstad? It's because he's dead? Stupid. This is the dumbest thing. Okay, sorry. I'm just really curious. Wow. Whoa! Scroll of Ceiling 925. That's insane.
Yeah, that build is like pretty absurd. The double, it actually damage if you hit 2. And she probably took spell power at 1. Yeah, she did.
That's insanity. The Decker did just as much damage as the Deathwing did there. That's really cool.
There you
go. Okay, and the Deathwing did about 1,000 damage to each of them too. So that's how Deathwings do that much damage. We're all learning.
Yeah, actually, I read it wrong. That actually is a pretty popular talent, at least when Destroyer was still being picked, but everyone does Q now. Or the build, Destroyer build. But anyway.
What is this? In the world?
What is he doing there?
Okay, well, That sucks, because I was like, how did they lose this fight? That makes no sense. They blew up the faucet instantly. You're all full. You're all full health. You're all full health.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you all clumped too, so I honestly don't know if it.
Yeah.
But
the Chromie Q on a period is strong.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, the clumping was honestly worse.
Really
than
bad.
Junkrat. Yeah.
And she has piercing sands. Oh no.
Wait, where should I be standing? Obviously,
let's watch it again.
Can't really control other people's positioning here. So Deathwing comes in. We get all this stuff.
Why are you not on my screen? Where
am I?
I'm clicking. You're in this bush, but I can't. Like I'm. Okay, it's just broken. Okay. You backed up, which is fine.
Goes low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the Deathwing thing.
Let me see.
Throw up. I think I was looking to throw the Diva once they got feedback. But I probably didn't notice the slowing sands in time.
Yeah, hold on. It's hard because you do want to go to Diva.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you need to back up this far, right here.
It's fine for me to be there, right? It's really like yeah, I was running away from the Diva unstop, I think. Is why.
Because here you could have already. Oh, we forgot to talk about your talents actually too. Oh, I think if you go blood crazy, you go to the seasoned whatever it's called, seasoned soldier at 16 because you get 2 of them. You get 2 bloodthirsts.
Yeah, I should have done that for sure. Especially because I didn't go Q at 1, so. Or I guess Q at 1 doesn't really matter for E, but yeah, I agree.
Well, if you go Q at 1, then you go Q at 13, so then you don't have the.
Right. Yeah.
The additional.
Right.
But I haven't been watching your cooldowns. So you almost. I mean, okay. Here, if you had double W, like you'd be laughing right now. But anyways, I think you backed up a little too far. Like you are still Garrosh. Like you have quite a bit of armor when you're that low.
Choose attack.
Let me see here. Okay, you're not using your W actually. That's okay. That's pretty big. Like you ran away without using your W.
Yeah, I probably meant to click it there. Not really sure why I haven't clicked it yet. Not sure.
Yeah.
I think I need to change W to quick cast. It's a little awkward without it. I recently changed Sonya's W to quick cast and went from like a quick match pleb who couldn't win a game to like a really good Storm League player with her just by doing that.
Yeah. Anything that's point and click is, in my opinion, should always be quick cast. I really don't understand the point of putting. I like having to click too.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely W them before you back up, and then maybe you don't even need to back up.
I mean, yeah, I'd be pretty low. I'd heal up pretty nice with that.
Yeah,
W.
you could be autoing this, like autoing this guy. You could be, you could body check Imperius because he heals off of his Valor's brands. Where is his 20? Yeah, and he has this too. So he heals off like every auto attack.
Every auto, yeah.
So body check and W, like you really ran really far. I would just be on this guy and body check and W, or like the body check the Imperius at least. Try to get. I just
overreacted to the unstop. Yeah.
More fertilizer.
Oh, he got the unstop. That's what happened. That's how he got over there. Okay. I don't.
We just lose here.
It's hard to know in the moment, but just funneling through this this thing, even though technically if you were by yourself, it would be fine. I would be hesitant to feed through this as a clump, even as the tank. Like, because if you don't get hit, at least you can toss your friend out. You know? So maybe you come stand over here and land a Q on the diva, but like, even as the like, even though you're the only one who should technically be allowed to stand up to like walk up here right now, if your whole team is going to do it, then you shouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's hard in the split second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like everyone's like, oh, kill diva, right? It's just it's
Mhm.
literally like 1 second. We're spending like 4 minutes analyzing it. But I agree. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, as a greater, broader subject though, not just this one specific moment. In general, even if something is the right thing to do, if your team is not setting up for that right thing to happen, then you can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's the right thing for you to do, if your team is making it so it's not the right thing for you to do, then you can't do it. And that goes for not just like clumping and like going through chokes together, but like any calls in general. That seemed pretty vague. I don't know if I explained that well. But you know, the Imperius just got pulled and he's back here, so he's kind of out of vision. It's scary for any of you to step up. So maybe you just wait a second till you get more vision and you recollect instead of just running straight at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can queue.
Yeah, and if I dodge the Q, I can throw him away.
Yeah.
He doesn't get all the brand damage and healing there on the.
Because you weren't even the first one in there, so you had the, you know, the reaction time to be like, okay, give me a second here, let me just see what happens.
Yeah.
Again, patience.
I probably didn't expect the Imperious Q to be up again, but it feels like it was a while ago. I don't know. Yeah.
He has the CDR too, so just like kind of expect that if he lands it, he's got it up like within seconds.
Right.
But this is something that you see often happen in HOTS, is that everyone sees an opportunity and like 5-man claps on it, and then everyone dies because they 5-man claps on it. So you just have to you just have to watch your team and reposition accordingly, even if you are the tank, because at least you can save them if you're out of it with Garrosh throw. So maybe just stand out and try to cue the diva as she comes out, or like walk around here. Like, walking around here could have been something you could do too. I try to look wherever my team is not looking usually. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. But I try to look as much as I can around the team fight so that this doesn't happen.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Because this is like really bad. Obviously you lose the whole game just because of this.
Right, I think we think Deathwing's controlling that space with his fire breath, right? But yeah, Chromie's just sitting back. Yeah.
Dreaded Wind says, can I say that Deathwing hard trolled that by stopping his breath? Yeah, he kind of did, didn't he?
Did he stop? Let me see.
An unexpected fatal error. Okay, that's okay. I think we've seen enough.
Yeah,
we don't need to go back.
That was the last fight anyway, so.
Yeah, that was the last fight. But yeah, just be very careful of clumping, even if like technically you should be the only one walking at the diva. If your team's not doing that, then you maybe look for, like, just wait a second to see what happens. It's like a really good advice in general, I think, in HOTS. Just wait a second. Sometimes. I don't know, I guess it's not all the time, but wait to see what your enemy is going to do. Instead of everyone just like running at this one opportunity and focusing in on it. That makes sense.
Yeah, and thinking at the beginning of the game about the counters, right? Like the ice block and the other
and
things,
thinking like, thinking how you're gonna get the most out of your tools. Like, you should be thinking at the beginning of the game, okay, every time Imperius stabs someone, I'm either throwing him away or I'm throwing my teammate. Like, have that plan in your head so that you're prepared going into the fight.
Yeah, I think ideally though, would I tank the stab in a perfect game, or he just whiffs? But if he doesn't whiff, am I getting stabbed? I don't know.
It's hard to say. Maybe sometimes you're asking me if you should go in and eat the The spear?
Yeah, like you know how like tanks, like part of their job in a lot of
Mm-hmm.
cases is just to eat the CC like a Murd and Q or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right?
I don't think he's going to CC you, or I don't think he's going to stab you even if you just walk up to him and melee.
Hmm.
But if you just walk up to him in melee, because you're on Garrosh, you're not going to get that element of surprise or catch any squishy out of position. So I think it's very dependent on which tank you're playing.
Right.
Like if I was Murden, probably I'd just walk up to the Imperius and start meleeing him until there was another opportunity.
Hmm.
But because you're Garrosh, he's not really the same type of tank Murden is.
Hmm.
And you should be looking for those out of position squishies and kind of running at people with your mount.
Yep.
You could, yeah. I don't think the Imperius is going to spear you. He's only going to spear you if you're standing on top of another person, so he gets more than one person.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Does that help?
It does. Yeah, no, there
Okay.
was tons of value in that replay. That was awesome.
Okay, good. Yay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Do you have any more questions?
Do I have any more questions? Let me think for a second. I think we covered. I mean, vision. I know that vision is a key concept for HOTS and for tank in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely did not use it well there. I've definitely had better games. I think on tanks where I'm more comfortable, I maybe have more time to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
think for him, I was just like, oh, I gotta land as many EQs as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think is kind of where my head was going. So vision super important. I think the flanking positioning is interesting. I probably would be worried in a few situations about just getting caught out of position by that, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to take more risks there.
But
And
you
then
still
early
need to
game
be
too.
still need to be close to your team. Like you can't be like super super far away. They need to be able to follow up basically on your throw.
Yeah. But like there was a couple like corridors, like one over that I could have run through type of thing. So no, that makes a lot of sense.
Um,
And then map selection for him we talked about. So I mean, I think we covered a lot of good things. Oh,
one.
any general tips for Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, just
Because my
one
Gardenator
thing.
winter sucks.
One thing I noticed for Unstoppable, your Indomitable, is you were solely using it to survive, but you should think about using it sometimes to engage, like that time that you got rooted, but you missed the opportunity for the 4-man taunt.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
just the way that you use your Indomitable, just open it up a little bit to have more options. It also makes it so you can go out of position easier. Like you can obviously the more tools you have to get out, the more aggressive you can be. So
Right.
if you have that up, you can be more aggressive and walk in and try to find the squishy. And then, your body check. Try to use it more impactfully, like when you actually know they're going to get heals off or when they're the kill target. And
Yeah, that one was probably just having too many buttons and not being familiar enough with Garrosh to use
yeah,
it
Garrosh has a
correctly.
lot of buttons.
Yeah.
And then the taunt as well. Sometimes just honestly just walking up to them and landing like a 3-man one instead of like getting the perfect like EQ combo walk up to them taunt to completely like isolate and kill one person.
Yeah, maybe just taunt first. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of opportunities where there was like 3 people standing in front of you and you could just like take 2 steps and get the taunt off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If they're ever clumping, just try to hit
Yeah.
them.
Hmm.
Any general map tips, not just for Garrosh, but just that map, because for whatever reason, like it's significantly lower than all my other maps.
Do you play Garrosh on that map often? Or it's
No,
just
no, no.
whatever you play?
I don't have that many games on Garrosh, and let alone that map. So I mean, just any hero that I play on that map, whether it's, I mean, most of my most common heroes are Mei, Zul'jin, Zeratul, Muradin, Thrall. Those
Murden
are.
I find is a pretty good tank on that map because you can kind of scout out the camps early, like we were talking about at the beginning. He's pretty good
Mhm.
at scouting because he can get out safely and he can kind of hold the ground while your team catches up. I'm just trying to think from your pool who was good. It is a later game map because it goes so long that it can be considered. Well, hmm. Thing is, with Zul'jin and stuff, you're not brawling as much on that map.
Yeah, and it's such a camp-heavy map. Like
Mm-hmm.
I try to take Sonya on it now when I
Mm-hmm. Sonya's
can.
a
Like
good option for that.
she's always banned. But like yeah, if I'm playing damage, I guess like Exterminator Raynor, I probably should be
Mm-hmm.
taking more on that map, I think, than I
Yep.
do.
Anybody who can take camps really fast and has PvE talents, because clearing the obviously the objective pushes in all 3 lanes, so you want people who can clear it quickly. Yeah, I like. Who do I take on that? Honestly, it's not one of my favorite maps either, but I've been taking Greymane more on it lately because he can take
Right.
camps really quickly and clear. Gul'dan is one of my just favorite heroes. So yeah, but you like tanking, right? You said that's your main.
Honestly, I flex a lot, so I do play quite a bit of damage and some bruisers.
Okay.
I don't heal that much unless I have to fill. So I would say the other 3 I do more.
Okay, then yeah, Sonya's a good pick. Rainer's a good pick too. Muradin. And yeah, you want to get the camps as quick as possible, and you want to get them in whatever one is closest to the objective first, and you want the one in the opposing lane last, so it's pushing during the objective. That's the dream
Right.
on any map, not just Garden of Terror, but like Curse Hollow
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Curse Hollow is classic. Yeah. Okay. No, that's great. No, this has been super helpful. A lot to think about. It's funny. I skimmed the replay, not in as much time or depth as we just did, but I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. Like we just got overwhelmed, but like there's so much in there that I think could have maybe turned the game. I don't know that we could definitely win, but I think we definitely could have been more competitive. So
Yeah, for sure. If you would have been like, don't underestimate the power of a pick. Like, especially in Storm League, sometimes one pick turns into like, people just keep one by one staggering deaths.
yeah, or
So
being
let's say
toxic to each other or
even
something.
one of those times you went in a bush and you got a Chromie or an Anduin at a position, like how much that could have snowballed.
Yeah, totally agree.
So yeah, the littlest, tiniest things affect the game in like huge, huge ways, for sure.
Yeah, especially early snowballs. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you. I mean,
Oh,
thanks
thank you for
setting this up.
the Twitch Prime.
Yeah, no worries. This has been awesome. But yeah,
right.
thanks so much for the coaching. I'll check out your guide too. I haven't had a look at that yet.
Oh yeah, check that out for sure. And yeah, tell all your friends.
Oh, I bet you someone would be interested. I'll definitely mention it for sure.
Thank you, Wow Melo.
Awesome.
Okay, have a great night.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.